Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for tuning in. We got a pullback going on over here. Bitcoin on the pullback. I'm seeing some of the altcoins pull back, but the altcoin mania continues. Which ones continue to grow despite the pullback? I believe we're in the midst of a bull run, apparently, and it's in my best interest, in our best interest, I believe, in my humble opinion, to strike when the iron's hot. A quick reminder, I'm not your crypto daddy. I'm not the one. Although maybe I should be. Drop a comment here. Let me know what's shaking and baking. Let me know what side of the globe you're tuning in from. Let's check out the prices over here at Bitcoin US dollar. You're seeing a slight pullback now at 46,385, down about 3% in the past 24 hours. And I think this is healthy, guys. I mean, you know, things don't go straight up. I would expect things to go up, pull back, and continue the trajectory northwards. You know, it's clear to me that Bitcoin wants to hit 50,000 and more. Again, whether it'll do it or not, I don't know, but I'm fairly confident it will. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. Again, we will continue to go over all the platforms. There was opportunities yesterday on the pullbacks, and there still is some today. I'm going to look at which are some potential opportunities as Joey Ray enters the box. Good morning, sir. Shout out to Joey out there. I see you, bro. And the rest of the boomers tuning in via D-Live. I'm multi-streaming using Restream.io. And I'm here on the networks just about every single day. I'm dropping videos every day. And I live stream just about every single day. And if you have any comments or questions, just let me know. I'm out here responding. I'm not good at responding to the typed messages, but I try to respond to every comment here on the live stream. Joey Ray says, God bless all. It would hit 50 plus. Yeah, it seems like it will. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You know, I may be wrong, but I mean, it does seem so. The bigger question is, do we still have legs to go towards 100,000? Okay. And I tell you what, I think so. I think so. I think that 100K is on the boards out here. And I'll tell you why. Most recently, we got wind that Apple, Oracle, and Twitter are all entertaining mimicking Tesla and purchasing some Bitcoin. And, you know, I don't expect that trend to stop. Okay, I don't expect that trend to stop, whether these big corporations are trying to get some Bitcoin. Earlier this morning, I was checking out the mayor of Miami's Twitter or Instagram. I don't know, some social media feed where he posted and he said, we're doing our what we can to see if we could start paying government workers in Bitcoin, to see if we can collect taxes in Bitcoin, and to see if we can make the city of Miami a crypto-friendly municipality. I don't know if those were his exact words, but that's definitely, you know, something on the table. He posted it this morning. I was very surprised out there. So I mean, I would expect this trend to continue, where you see corporations and municipalities adopting BTC, and because of that, I don't see a reason why the price would go down. I only see the price demand going up. Correct me if I'm wrong out here. 50, then 60s, it will boom right to 100K. I think so, Joey. I think so. You know, you got to understand, we're at 46. Put it at 50, okay? It's basically a 2x from here. And, I mean, if you've been in the crypto space, if you understand bull runs and you understand how things get when they turn parabolic, you know, it's fairly feasible, if you ask me, to double up in crypto. I mean, we've seen some coins in the past month that have 10x'd, 15x'd, okay? So expecting Bitcoin to 2x, I don't think is unreasonable. Most main altcoins will follow top 20 and shit. Let's see. I mean, I think so. Let's go ahead and run down the list out here and see what's going on. And I'll give you guys an update on all the platforms that I've been experimenting with. Shout out to BizMarty. Good morning. Slowbos, he says he's here. He says, just jumping in for a few minutes to salute the crypto soldiers. And Joey Ray's here. Carl's here. Floyd Edwards is here. EOS is bullish. Listen, everything is bullish right now. Everything is bullish right now. Apparently, by the way, graph is exploding. Got in at 30 cents. Let's see where it goes, says Slowbos. Yeah, the graph, I had a couple people telling me about that one. And I never covered it, although I think we mentioned it or whatnot. But it looks like a solid project. And it's been, I think it's the top gainer right now in the top 100. Yeah, it's amongst the top right here, the graph. This one is attracted. I had someone telling me about this one about a month ago. And you can see, I mean, it's been doing great as far as, you know, the top 100 coin. Technical analysis is neutral for the 15 minutes, but it still looks strong. Graph is an indexing protocol, global API for organizing blockchain data and making it easily accessible with the GraphQL. Okay, so, you know, this is data management. You know, this is data analytics possibly. You know, this seems like... it's valuable. So check this one out. Joey says he's got a small bag of graph. I don't. I never got around to getting it. I mean, I'm trying to acquire as many bags as I can, but you guys would agree. I mean, it's next to impossible to pick them all up, guys. I mean, you know, there's a bunch of projects, and I don't think that it's possible to get them all. I mean, I certainly don't have the budget for it, but I wish I would have had a little bit of graph. It's doing well, although I'm not mad. We got into some other coins that have performed very well as well. I mean, like one that really standing out to me is Auto. Auto did so well. I mean, we got into Auto around $400 or $500. Yeah, it's dumping right now, but it's at $2,900. It topped out at 4,000. You know, it wasn't a bad move. Wasn't a bad move out here. Let me click this ad. There you go. What else? Fuel was another one that we got in around $50. That thing's like what, $400 or something like that. 464. I mean, that one did well. There's been a few of them, guys. And then I would say, like, one of for me at least, one of the top moves was getting into PancakeSwap early. And, you know, I let you guys know about this. We got in at like 50 cents. We got in there. We got a nice little position there with PancakeSwap early, right before people started coming into the Binance Smart Chain. We identified the potential opportunity there, and it worked out well. And, you know, I'm giving thanks because at the end of the day, guys, you know, a lot of people think that they're like king traders right now. Everything is pumping and everybody's ego's up through the roof. But you also got to check yourself. You know, don't be a pig. Pig gets slaughtered. And also give thanks. You also got to give thanks. Make sure you're always giving thanks because the situation could change at the drop of a dime. So, you know, give thanks. That's all I got to say. Give thanks. Also, Cardano going to explode to, in my opinion, further cause with their expansion. Yeah, I agree. I think that Cardano does have room to grow. It's a solid project. I've had the opportunity to talk to Charles and also to study the project to a certain extent, and it seems pretty solid. Okay. Now, my critiques has always been that it seems more academic than commercial, but, you know, that's my personal opinion. And it seems that the academic aspect of the coin has been one of the things that's added value. As Slobo says, he does not like Charles. Hey, you know, you don't need to like someone for their product to work. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Joey Ray says, I bought in at 0.007. There you go. Congratulations. Invisible Coin says, BSC isn't going nowhere. I hope BSC is still going strong, as it isn't just a flavor of the month type thing. Nah, no way. Absolutely not. I don't think so at all. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Binance has been here for a while, and you know, don't sleep on Asia. This is the thing, guys. Asia is hot right now. Don't sleep on Asia. They do everything. Okay. If you're still thinking that the West is the leaders, you're probably watching too much mainstream media. Unfortunately, they're booming over there, whether you like the politics or not. And I wouldn't expect things to slow down. Be honest with you, okay? I understand the drawbacks, the centralization. There's a lot of critiques here, but now as far as you know, how long it's going to stick around, I think it's going to stick around. You know, came up on my bat. Tip sent. Thank you. Never trust nothing. I appreciate that. Floyd says gas fees make ETH not fun to use. Right. And that's actually one of the reasons that I believe there's value in ETH, because it keeps the little guys away. Okay, the little peons, The big dogs don't want guys like Floyd or even Champagne on their networks, guys. These guys are throwing around millions on one transaction. You know, we come around and we may do 1 ETH. They may do 100 ETH in one transaction. So those fees, they don't, you know, in a sense, it's like a country club. You know, you can't pay the fees, then you're out. You know how these people are, okay? They're the elitists and big money. They like to separate themselves. You know, they want walls. They want gates, gated communities. So Ether is a gated community, okay? Understand that. And it's the first mover. So, you know, whether there's alternatives that are faster and stronger, that's cool and cute, but they have claimed their position is what I'm trying to say here. And the same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin claimed its position. There's thousands of coins, literally thousands of coins that can move faster than Bitcoin and do more, but it doesn't matter. Okay, Bitcoin claimed its position. So yeah, I mean, you know, it hit me the other day. I'm like, you know, the high gas fees is actually a good thing for them, not for us. Okay, because you know we're little babies here. I mean, we, you know, even if you got 100 ETH bag, that's nothing compared to these whales. They're millions and millions of dollars. It's like you could be, you know, crib walking with a 50 ETH bag, whether you're 32 ETH bag, that's nothing. Okay, you got to understand the size and scope of the money that's going to be thrown around here. That's already been thrown around here. Floyd says for mass adoption, it needs to be fast at low cost like EOS. I don't think that it's going to be mass adoption. It's not for a peer-to-peer. It's listen, like it's like the Swift network. The Swift network is, you know, the retail people don't use it. Like the guys on the street don't use it. It's the banking system behind the networks. You see what I'm saying? Now, as far as fast adoption for peer-to-peer cash, it could, yeah, EOS is more feasible, and there's a bunch of other ones. And ultimately, you know, it's going to be the Fed coin, guys. That's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? But in the background, the main stores of value are Bitcoin and ETH. Bitcoin and ETH. But yeah, it hit me the other day. I'm like, gas fees for the whales is actually good. It's their gated community. They don't want to be playing in the same field with Champagne and Floyd, guys. They don't. Okay, these people have millions and millions of dollars. And you know, maybe some guys here in the box have like, you know, 100 million in Bitcoin, but you know, the probability of that is lower. EOS failed. Even Dan Larimer abandoned it, like all his other failed projects. You know, I'm gonna say that I like Dan's project. I think BitShares is innovative. I think Steam is innovative, and EOS as well. But you do make a point. I mean, he moves on. And then, you know, if you listen to the statement he had, part of it is due to like privacy and ideological issues and censorship. And, you know, that's a whole nother thing. Guys, let's be honest. If you're into crypto for the ideology and for the you know, the libertarian aspect of it, for the freedom and everything, go buy Monero and stop talking. Stop it. Okay, just buy Monero and stop talking. I don't want to hear about any other coins. It's Monero. Okay, it is what it is, guys. Bitcoin is a surveillance coin, so I mean, don't be so self-righteous. Okay, you know, let's keep it 1,000. So, you know, enough with it, guys. The crypto ideologues. I mean, get Monero and stop talking. And in fact, get offline and stay anonymous. If you're, you know, if you're truly a 100% crypto ideologue. Invisible Coin says, I'm into crypto for the money. That's it. Trying to eat. There you go. I mean, that's another angle, you know. But there's some people that are in crypto for like ideological reasons and stuff. And I would say that. You know, people like Dan seem to swing more towards that side, okay? So let's go ahead. You guys got any questions? What's going on? Let's look at the prices here. Did I even run down the prices? You guys can see the prices. I should stop running down the prices. It's kind of like, you know, everybody could see the prices. They're here. Who's moving in the past 24 hours? AMP, Graph, Voyager. Who's losing? Thor, IOTA, Elrond. There's some dips there. Let's check out Dex Tool, see if anything is trending. BSC bags holding up strong. I believe that they're gonna hold up. A lot of green here on the hot pairs on DEX tools. DAL, DDS, Umbrella, Zero, YOP, TRON, BFLY, Bondly. Bondly been doing good as well. Let's check out Live Coin Watch for the trenders. Thing with BSC, guys, is that it's doing everything that Ether's doing, and it actually has a big community. They're really, really developing over there. Okay, they are, you know, they're going hard, guys. I mean, what could I say? Let me pull up this Live Coin Watch on you, see if it's working. And if you look at the circulating supply of BSC, it is Live Coin Watch is not working. Okay. It is similar to that of Ether. So Ether has how many coins? 100 million, or what was it again? 114. Okay. And you got BSC, which is like 190, I think, or something, maybe 200. Let me see. 147 out of 179. So they're somewhat in the same ballpark as far as circulating supply. But look at the difference in market cap. You got about 19 billion here on Binance. And what do we got on Ether? We got 34. No, we have, 200 billion. So Binance, 19 billion, and this one's 200. So you're looking at Ethereum right now. It's about 10 times the size of Binance coin, market cap wise. But, okay, think about this. The transactions, there's way more transactions going on Binance right now. The activity is higher, okay? And this thing runs on Solidity. It does all the same things. Now, I'm not saying that Binance is here to defeat Ether and that it's going to dethrone it or anything like that. But I'm just saying here is that the room for growth is apparent to me. Could be wrong, but it looks like this thing, you know, it has some room, some legs here to grow in this growing market. So, you know, if Ether, you know, could be a $2,000 coin, I mean, maybe Binance could be $200-300 at least. You know, I can see Binance at $500. I wouldn't be that surprised if eventually Binance goes to that. Just like I can see Bitcoin at 100K, I could see Ether at 2,000, maybe even 3. And again, these are all my opinions. It could be wrong. What up, Rafterman? Good morning, sir. And the developers are putting in work on BSC, says Invisible Coins. TRON, all the other ETH cutters never had the dev power as BSC has. That's true. I got to say, like, the BSC network, it's like they are always putting out stuff. Okay, there seems to be a lot of dev power there. Absolutely, I agree, Invisible Coins. It seems like a lot of developers have adopted the BSC chain. I would say it's due in part that it's very, very similar to Ether. I mean, it runs on the same address, same MetaMask. And it's kind of what TRON was trying to do, but TRON, they went on their own, you know, like you need your own wallet, there's their own address. So it's kind of, you got to download the whole thing separate while you got BSC that you can easily bridge on over. Okay, so the bridge is easier with the MetaMask or whatnot. But yeah, I'm on both, guys. You know, I use TRON. You know, I use BSC. I'm not a crypto monogamous. I am not crypto monogamous. Save the monogamy for your matrimony. Okay. A lot of you guys out there are crypto monogamous. I'm like, no, because this coin and this one's better than the other. I'm like, guys, come on. You know what I mean? You could, you know, why don't you sleep with all the coins? Yo, Champagne, IOTA did a nice run. You're going to load up. Big upgrades to the network. Dell partnership. No, I didn't load up. I mean, everything did a nice run. IVR, you know. Let me see where IOTA's at. I've covered IOTA in the past, years ago. I had a bag. The wallet was not attractive. I hope that they've changed it since then. They probably have. It's been years. And I know that they had a partnership with Volkswagen at one point. IOTA's down today, like some of the altcoins. And let me look at the... so hit a high at 525. December 9th. This is interesting. Okay, hold up. Let me see. So it still hasn't even gotten to its all-time highs. All right, circulating supply is wild. Okay, it's a little bit... So let's look at the max charts here. This one's interesting. You see, it had a lot of action, you know, when it first came out, and then it died. But it seems like there's a little revival going on here at the ending. So yeah, this one's good to look at. I'll keep an eye on it. But again, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, this is cute. IOTA, I'm sure it's going to make moves and everything. I'm trying to find the little baby ones that are going to go 10, 20x right now. And we found a few of them. Okay, we found a few of them. Kenya Central Bank will switch to Bitcoin, says Slobos. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The opportunity cost of monogamous will leave you wrecked. I agree. I mean, if you want to stay monogamous in crypto, just stay with Bitcoin. Other than that, you may want to experiment. Be a little bit more polyamorous. The Bitcoin game is on indeed. So, talking about Bitcoin games on, I still look at this as a risk on environment, especially, for me personally, I'm risk on. My risk tolerance is much higher than it was just a few months ago. I want to try to attempt to strike with the irons hot where everything's moving fast. So, I'm looking for small caps, small, low supply. I want growth. I want growth. Something like IOTA is cute and everything like that. I may pull back around, but, there's an opportunity cost right here. Okay. One asset may 2x, but I got to look to see if there's other things in the field that may 4x, 5x, because we've seen them. Okay. This is, to me, it's not a situation where my top priority is hodling. Right now, my top priority is growth and then locking in the value into Bitcoin and ETH. Okay. And I'm considering locking some value in other potential blue chip risers. One that I'm considering stacking and hodling is Polkadot. I already have a little bag there that I'm considering holding. So I'm speculating with the small caps and then taking gains and storing it into the big dogs, BTC and ETH, and I'm considering Polkadot or maybe Cardano. And they've both been performing well. Cardano's had a better week than Polkadot, but I'll be honest with you. They're competing against each other as a third generation smart contract protocol, and Cardano has that academic layer, that academic value layer that they propose with this one of the first peer-reviewed projects. But on the other hand, Polkadot just seems more commercial. It seems more like they're about making money. And Cardano seems more about like, we're trying to do this right so that the professor can give us an A+. Okay. Those are two different routes, but and again, I think they're both going to be successful. Okay. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. I mean, Polkadot seems more like, let's slang and bang. And Cardano seems more like, I want to get an A+. Okay. So they're both something that I'm interested in. Let's look. I got into B-Earn yesterday. I did a whole video, and you can see how my farm's doing. I did this on a video. I paired some BFI and BNB on Pancake, and I staked these LP tokens to earn some more BFI. I've earned 0.04 BFI. Let's see what that is worth. It's been about 24 hours. I think I got in yesterday around lunchtime, somewhere around there. So, we're almost about there. So it's been about 24 hours after staking 4 these LP tokens. I've earned 0.0416. Let's see what that is worth. So I'll go over here to B-Earn and pull them up. We got into the coin around $250 yesterday. It's up 587, so that's good. We made a move there. And what's our earnings? 0.0416. How much is this worth? So about 25. So it's about $25. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. And this could be more if the price of the coin appreciates. I was interested in this coin because of the low circulating supply. This has 3779 coins. This is very low. This is the type of coin that if it sticks around could easily go to $1,000 with its low circulating supply. I compare it. Look at something like Otto. Otto had like a 9,000 circulating supply at one point, and it went to like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 or something. So yeah, there you go. That's my update on B-Earn. I've earned about $25 in a day, and my initial investment was I don't know, like $800 or $900 of BFI paired with BNB. So it's just this initial investment probably like somewhere around $2,000, I want to say. Let's move on. I've been patiently waiting for this protocol to tweet, to do something. And, you know, I came across it. I had mentioned it a few times because it had a low circulating supply, very low trading volume. It seemed like a potential little gem. I saw it at $10. I started picking it up, and that thing went to like 150. I took some profits around 125. I still got a bag out here of B Liquid, but they haven't been tweeting. Over there on the Telegram, they're not really responding. I don't know if anybody knows what's going on with this project, but I want to see something. I want to hear something. You know, they're kind of been silent over there. Is this project dead or what? And they're at 62. This one, again, low cap, low supply. I'm starting to see that there's no action. You know, that's got me concerned. Let's move on to the next one. A Crypto S. This one's doing all right. I got about 1,000 locked on the vault. The APY, I'm earning. Everything's doing all right. The price of the token did go down. We got it in around, what, $60 on ACS? And then, yeah, it's about the same price. It went up to about 75 there for a second. Oh, 99 yesterday. Yeah, it peaked out at 99, and then it goes to sell off. So then, you know, I think people are taking profits after a strong week of gains. I'm still in A Crypto S. Let's look at Auto Farm. Auto Farm's been behaving well. Auto Farm, the auto rewards just keep going, keep going. I'm staking Cake and WBNB Auto LPs. Auto Farm has been one of my favorite platforms to use here. You know, unfortunately, the price of auto really pulled back. It hit 4,000 the other day, and it's at 28.83. I'm fine because we're in the green. I mean, we got into auto like at $400. So, you know, I'm glad that everything's doing well. There's Venus Protocol. I like Venus a lot. Still supplying, still staking. Earning, I supply Venus, ETH, and DOT over there, and I'm earning extra XVX on top of the APY for doing so. So there you go. All right, guys, give me a couple comments and questions, and I'm out of here. Let's look at the charts. Is there anything else here that I'm missing? Polkadot, like the S&P 500 of crypto, because a lot of small cryptos will grow. That's what I'm looking at. What are the small cryptos that are going to grow right now? What up, NoFD? BZRX, gentlemen, Sleeping Giant. BZRX, what is that? Let me see that. BZRX. BZX Network. Margin lending and trading platform, indefinite term loans with fixed interest rates. Nice. I like this. This one looks good. I'm going to keep this one up. How new is this coin? Well, this is really new. No, it's not really new. This came out back in July of 2020. But look, a pump, a dump, and now it seems like it's reviving. I'll keep this one up. I like this one. This looks interesting, Peter. Thanks for bringing it up to attention. I'll keep this one up. Slobo says, but like Champ is saying, ETH seems more like an elite big player cub. So if Matic and Bridge to make fees also for retail, then they definitely got things to do for the next year. Yeah, I look at it like this, guys. ETH is the big country club. You know what I mean? It's the gated community that you can't get into right now because the fees are too damn high. Okay, you know, you want to do something on ETH, you know, I've been documenting it. It's like hundreds of dollars in fees. And again, you know, if you're throwing around, you know, 10, 20 ETH per transaction, 100 ETH per transaction, it doesn't matter. But, you know, good point. It says in it for Dawn. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. Rafterman says, how's my Wise doing? It's doing. You know, I get the APY is about 8-9%. So it's not, you know, it's not wild. It's a steady drip. But one thing about the Wise price, let me pull up the Wise. The Wise price has been dumping. I'm staked for a year over there, Rafterman. So there, I mean, I can't touch it. And I can scrape some of the rewards, but that would decrease my share size, which could like decrease my rewards a little bit. So I'm not touching it because in order to scrape a reward, you need to pay a gas fee. So I'm letting them accumulate to make it more worth my while. So let's say like I got, I don't know, I'm off the top, I would say, you know, maybe a couple $100 in rewards or $100, let's say. It's definitely not in the thousands. I mean, we've only been staking for a month. So, you know, it's a few $100 in rewards, maybe 100, I would say. You know, if you're going to go ahead and claim a $100 reward, but pay $30 or $40 in gas fees, I'd rather wait a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'd rather wait till I got $1,000 of rewards to pay 30 or 40 worth of gas fees. So yeah, let's go back in over here. Wise info and look at the price. This tells you the current price. So the current price is 0.000299, and the initial price was 0.000214. So it's up 39% from its listing price. So we're up. Okay, we're up, but you know, it's not 100% up, not 200% up. So I mean, in a normal situation, this would be cool. Okay, but when you're in a bull run and you're starting to see, you know, things go 100%, 200%, this doesn't look as attractive. So, you know, it's not a loser. You can see we're in the green. This red is for today. This is the price change in the past, you know, but we've locked in. We've locked in. But I will be honest. I am questioning whether staking for such a long time was the right move. You know, I mean, I did it. I did what I did. You know what I mean? Funny bunny. So boom. All right, guys. I'll take a few more comments and questions. We've been on. Let me actually pass out some lemons over there on D Live. Hey champ, Vox is still building 10x max supply, staking and pools, good APY, but you're right, fees too high sometimes. They're moving to BSC or Polka soon, cross chain. Yeah, Vox new wallet app coming very soon too. Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, I would expect more projects to, you know, cross chain, you know, between Polka and BSC. So because of that, I don't think that these alternative protocols are going to go anywhere. In fact, I feel like the market's growing. Champ got a nice little bag of cake. I've been sitting on it, but not sure which option is most profitable now. Which is your favorite investment for cake? Oh, yeah. Well, me personally, I got my cake on Auto Farm. Me personally. The APY on Auto Farm right now is... where is it? I'll let you know. Auto Farm is 341%. Okay, of which... I'll show you. Here's the cake. I got a nice chunk of cake in here, you know, over 2,000 cake. So you'll see what the APY is, 341, and it's about 0.448 daily, okay? The farm pays 144%, and then the optimal compounds, 20,000 compounds they do automated, it ends up to a net about 310%. And then additional to that, they're going to give you auto rewards for using the platform at a rate about 31%. So if you add everything up, you're getting about 341. Okay, so you can see, you know, I got about $50 of auto rewards in addition to the cake balance accumulating. So money in BTC would have been better, says Rafterman. I don't think so, not yet. This is the Wise thing is still up initial price. So if you got it in the pre-sale, maybe not, Rafterman, maybe not. And then if you're staking and earning extra coins, maybe not. So I still think that it's how could I put this? It was worth it to get into it, but like what I'm asking is, it would have been worth it for me to do some of these other projects. You see what I'm saying? But like just holding BTC or Ether, I don't think so, because you could see it's up against its initial price. So, I mean, that may change if the price keeps going down in the next month or two, but so far, the answer is no. No FD says, wow, not bad, man. Yeah, no, I mean, I was able to get the cakes early, no FID, to be honest with you. I got in around 50 cents. That's why I was able to, get a lot of cake. So I'm, like, again, give thanks. I'm thankful. It's not that I'm a genius or anything like that. We just happen to show up earlier than many others. That's it. Don't think you're a genius out there, guys. If you made some crazy gains, I mean, like, I'm seeing, like, literally, people with not the highest intelligence making gains. I think in this environment, most people are going to make gains. We're still connected? I feel like the power in the house just went out. Give me a comment or right here, 1212, if you could read me. I feel like we just had a power outage out here. Are the networks booming too hard? I'm seeing green on my end. But let me know if we're tuned in, guys. If we're still plugged in. Naked Matrix says, I don't even have to be smart in a bull market. Right. You don't have to be smart in a bull market. It's like, everybody's making gains. I'm telling you, it's like, I got people calling me, and the same thing's going on with the stocks. A lot of people's egos up through the wall because they're making gains. And, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. But listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Just be ready. Okay. I don't know how long this is going to last. It may be lasting another week or another 10 months. I have no idea. But make sure you have a plan so when this thing pulls back that you're not, left holding the hot potato. Okay. Because it could happen. And we've seen it. We saw the $20,000 bull run pull back to 3,000. And, this thing could go up to 100,000 BTC and pull back to 20,000 BTC. I mean, it's possible. Okay, anything and everything is on the table out here. Just be ready to pivot. Don't get married to a coin. Don't try to be monogamous out here. Get ready to stay light on your feet and move. In my opinion, IMO. This is all for entertainment and comedic purpose only. Hopefully you're laughing out there. That's another one, guys. How long do you think this bull run's going to last? What's up, Rafterman? How long do you think this bull run's going to last? What's the top here with Bitcoin and Ether? What's up, Naked Matrix guys? Give me what your opinions are. I want to hear what the community has to say. How long do how far do you think this market's going to go? I look at it like this. Obviously, the Bitcoin and Ether are the leaders. So they'll be leading the charge. And, once they top off, I think about a week or two later is where you'll see the altcoins break down. And they will lose more than the top dogs. So, in the case where, Bitcoin loses 70%, I think some of the shit coins are going to lose 90 or 95%. Again, that's my opinion, 47K Bitcoin and rising. XVX against Binance appears like a pretty solid deal today. XVX has boomed. There's value in XVX because what other protocols allow you to lend on Binance? I haven't seen it. Bro, what are you using to keep an overview of all your farms? A pen and a paper. Okay. The honest truth, a pen and a paper. You guys could check out Yield Watch. Yield Watch is one that is that tracks things on Binance Smart Chain, but they only track jet fuel, Beefy, Venus. They don't track Auto Farm. They don't track AC Gas cryptos. There's a few that they don't track. So, for a second I was using the Yield Watch, but then I still had to go and track things separate from that. So I just got the old pen and the paper, guys. Sometimes you got to go old school, analog. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to keep it analog. I got a piece of paper right here. I write it down. Okay? It's real simple. And sometimes the easiest way to do it is just keep it simple. Like I'm in this whole high-tech digital trading and all that, and there could be an app for this and an app for that. And you know what, guys? Real simple. Just let me pull out a piece of paper and write it down. But, I'm old school like that, guys. I'm not Yeah, I'm definitely, you know, not in my early 20s, if you know what I mean. Rafterman says September, October. He thinks that the bull run will last. Yeah, I'm going to refer back to a video I saw earlier this month or maybe last week. I don't know how, you know, a week in crypto seems like a year, but not too long ago, I saw a video by Ivan Ontek. Obviously, everybody knows who he is, one of the larger crypto YouTubers. And he was trying to identify where we are at in the current bull run compared to the last bull run, both size and time-wise. And he identified and he guessed that we're somewhere around where Bitcoin was at $2,000 back in May 2017. And then from there, about 5 to 6 months later, it topped off at $20,000. So giving it about a 5 or 6 month run. Okay. So, you know, let's say that the bull run started around 35,000. He's saying it could go around 10x. You know, so I don't know if that's all true, but it makes sense as far as like the timeline. Like, you know, we're starting it now. We just started it, let's say around December, January, and maybe it lasts for 5, 6 months, a little longer. I feel like the summer is, you know, it looks like the finish line. I may be wrong. This could be a bigger boom than the 2017 bull run if you consider all the institutions, if you consider the hyperinflation caused by all the money printing due to the stimulus, or really, they call it stimulus, but really it's the opposite, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The hyperinflation, the money printing, the global pandemic, the situation is way different. The landscape is way different than it was in 2017. In fact, I see more demand now with bigger money than I did before. Okay, so, you know, the argument is there. It's hard for me to, you know, to swallow it and just like, you know, because it seems like happy-go-lucky thinking. Because since we've been in Bitcoin since, you know, I don't even remember. It's like, you know, it's hard to like be like, wow, it really did go to, you know, it really can go to $200, $300, $400, 400,000, perhaps. You know, I'd be happy with 100K. I'll tell you that much. And I'll tell you what, it's becoming apparent to me is like, you know, when do you cash out crypto? You probably never should, unless you need to, you know, buy something. Did you hear about YZY? No, I didn't hear about that. Carl says, I really don't know, but those ETH gas fees really make me think it's going to happen before the summer. Maybe, Carl. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I don't think the ETH gas fees is what's going to stop a bull run, though. I heard about our initial token offering coming off the Cake website called Berry. Yeah, they said they were going to have an IFO, never farmed before, but got to figure this one out. Yeah, let's talk about that one because I'm excited about this one. I'm going to definitely participate in this initial farm offering that's going on in just a few days over there on PancakeSwap. Let's talk about it. I'm glad that you brought this up, NoFD. I'm going to do a video on this, and I'm going to jump in on this because I did participate in the last IFO on PancakeSwap, which was for WSOTE, SOTE or SOTE. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's an insurance protocol. Okay. ETH fees are killing the small players. Right. That's the whole point. I mean, you know, stop thinking like a small player and put yourself in the boots of a big player. You don't want small players around. Those are little peons. In fact, I said that the ETH gas fees being high is actually a good thing for the whales. Not for us, but it's a country club for the whales. It's a gated community. They don't have their normies in there, you know, stinking up the community. Or so they believe. Let's go to IFO. Initial farm offering. This is buying tokens with a new token sale model. This is going to kick off in 3 days. So let's talk about how this is going to work. It took me a while to wrap my mind around this and what actually happened when I participated in the last IFO because I got money back. Okay, and let's talk about how this works. So you can read about what Berry is. I'm not going to talk about the technology behind the token. Let's talk about this farm offering and how it works. So on February 16 at 5 p.m. Singapore time, which is probably around, you're going to have to verify this, around 2 or 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, they're going to sell 2 million berries, okay? And their goal is to raise $1 million, okay? And by doing this, they are going to burn $500,000 worth of cake. This is what is required by the PancakeSwap protocol in order to host this farm offering. Okay, so how do you take part in this? So it's going to open up at that time, and I'll tell you it's going to sell out in probably 10 minutes because all of them have. Okay, so before the sale opens up, what do you got to do? You have to have Cake tokens and Binance tokens. You pair the Cake and LP tokens by adding Cake and Binance liquidity. Okay, most people should already know about that, how to pair tokens. But if you haven't, do your research. You pair the two tokens, you provide the liquidity on PancakeSwap, and then for doing so, you receive a liquidity provider token. That's your receipt. That's how you get your tokens back from the liquidity pool. Okay? That's your IOU. This is like, I got my bags in the liquidity tool. This is my receipt, my LP receipt. Now, what they want you to do is use that LP receipt to buy other tokens. Okay? So you commit the LP tokens to buy the IFO tokens. But here's the thing, okay? Most of the time they raise more than their goal. So, right when the thing opens up, people start sending over the LP tokens and, they accumulate, let's say, in a few hours, they end up with $2 million worth of tokens, $3 million worth of tokens. So everything that goes over their target is returned back to everybody else proportionate to what they put in. Okay, so let's say that when this thing opened up, you send over 10 ETH or 1 ETH, and that was 1% of the pie. If they go over the 1 million, you're going to get back your what you overpaid. You see what I'm saying? So I'll give you another example. So when the Saudi one opened up a few weeks ago, I got in there. And I'll tell you, it sold out quick. Those things will probably sell out in 5-10 minutes. Okay, so if you're waiting, if you're gonna wait to wake up at 6 a.m., you're gonna get clapped. Okay, so let's go back. So it'll open up. You pop in your LP tokens, and then if they oversold and you overbought, you're gonna get your percentage back. Okay, but yeah, it's not free. You know what I mean? They don't sell it to FCFs. It's split it equally for anyone who added to the IFO within the hour. I don't know what FCF is, but no, you get your percentage back. So if you overspend, if they overhit, because they're gonna go over the target, So whatever you put in, that when your share, let's say you put in 10 ETH when everybody else was putting 10 ETH, and that 10 ETH. Your proportion went over, like what you put in went over, you're going to get so I'll give you an example. Like I sent about 1 ETH worth of LP tokens for the last IFO. They sold out fast. So I got the majority of my capital back. So I got back like $800 or $900 worth of ETH plus like 200 or 300 Sodi coins, and I held on to those Sodi coins, and those things have gone up every single day. It seems like. Yeah, some might think they got it and got nothing. First come, first served. Early bird. Yeah, it's kind of an early bird thing. So then, you get the tokens, and then, like I got those Sodi tokens, and they were, let's actually see. Let's see what they're worth. This thing has been steadily climbing too, at 186. But I'll tell you, so the all-time low when they were listed on CoinGecko was 58 cents, but the IFO was even cheaper. I want to say it was probably like 20. I don't remember, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, like what I ended up, paying per coin. But, it took a little while for them to be listed. So they were listed February 2nd. When was the IFO? January 21st. You see, look, they were trying to raise 500,000, 525, but they raised over the target, 2,272% over the target. So they returned everybody's money. You see what I'm saying? That went over the target. Champ, when do you get the LP tokens? I get them the same day. So let's say, when is this farm going to open up? In 3 days? I think it's on Sunday or Monday. Let me go back here. So IFO 3 days. What's today's date? So today's the 12th. On the 15th. So in the morning on the 15th, I'll get the LP tokens and I got to get them ready. Don't do this. Don't do this an hour before the IFO. You want to make sure you're ready. I'm going to tell you guys, like, I try to get into the IFO before Soteria, the helmet one, and I waited like 2 hours. I was like, oh, it's at 3 in the morning, and I fell asleep. And I'm like, yeah, I'll wake up at like at 5 or 6 in the morning, and I'll get it. Yeah, right. That thing sold out like in 2 minutes. Okay, so you gotta be ready. I'm telling you, this thing's gonna sell out fast because people are on it. They know. So yeah, check that out, guys. So when do you get the LPs? I'm gonna get them. I would say about 12 hours before, or 12 to 24 hours before the actual farm or the farm offering opens up. But you want to be there on the minute at whatever time they open up. You want to be there at the minute. If not, it's gonna sell out. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm like 99% sure that this thing is going to sell out in probably less than 10 minutes. How did Bitcoin reach where it is and no other coin can get there? I don't get it. How did Bitcoin reach where it is and no other coin can get there? Because Bitcoin was the first of its kind. So, it's got the first mover. It started way before all the other coins. So it's got a head start. It's not that no other coin can't get there. It's just no other coin has got to, its market cap yet. But that doesn't mean anything, like there was a point where Atari was bigger than Nintendo, and that's because Atari started before Nintendo. First come, first serve, says Carl. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. So I'm interested. I'm going to do a video on Barry. I pretty much just did it right now. I could probably just clip it out of this live stream. But it's going to be, I think this is going to be pretty cool. COA, Jody says, so in 10, 15 years, Cardano could get there. Perhaps maybe, but you could also say that about other coins, you know what I mean? But Bitcoin was the first of its kind. It's like, it was ahead of the game. It started way before everybody else. It's just got a head start. Can I ask, are you more leveraged in farms now than in coins? And can you give some pointers to getting into auto farm? Am I more leveraged in farms than in coins? That's an interesting question. I guess for the purpose of what I'm doing now, yes. There's like for the overall bag, you store value. Okay. But if for whatever budget you have to do moves and trading right now, me personally, my budget that I have, that I set aside to take advantage and speculate during this market, I'm risk on. So I'm trying to go, hard. So yes, I am not in custody of the majority of the moves that I'm doing right now. They're locked up in farms and contracts. They're riskier than things. But while I still have there's always a savings. You don't want to, I'm not one of those that go all in. You know what I mean? Like, I like to have, I'll go in with a certain budget. You know what I mean? Let's say if you have, I don't know, $10,000 and you say, okay, I'm going to save half of this 5,000. I'm going to lock it up. I'm not going to touch it. And then this other 5,000 that I'm going to gamble with, or the word gamble is a little bit, maybe not the best description, but be riskier with. Good stuff, champ. Thanks, man. Pumped up for Barry, bro. Yeah, me too. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to throw a whirl. I mean, look, if you look at all the past IFOs, Soteria, Helmet, Tenet, Ditto, Blink, they all did pretty well. Does that mean this one's going to do well? No, it doesn't mean, but it's still, it's a possibility. Good stuff, champ. Thanks. Okay, we read that. ETH is Z cycle behind BTC. Yeah, it's right behind it, but it's there. It's going to stick around. It's usually Bitcoin reacts, then Ether right after it, and then like a couple days later, the altcoins. So what we're seeing now is like some of the altcoins are selling off now, like the Auto. Cake sold off yesterday and it rebounded already. But, you know, and now you're seeing Bitcoin. Well, yesterday went up. Now it's like, where's Bitcoin? Is there a pullback still? Where are we at with the pullback? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not looking at Bitcoin that hard. I'm interested in Bitcoin now when it slows down, because that's the indicator that the party's about over. Okay? The party is going to be over when Bitcoin and ETH start slowing down. The whole party will be over about a week or two after Bitcoin stops. Okay, so when you see Bitcoin already like topping up, which is not the case right now, these little 2, 3, 4% dips are cool. They're healthy. But when you see Bitcoin not making a gain for a week or two, I think that would be an indicator. But, you know, like Rafterman says, I mean, we may have another, 8, 10 months or not. We may have another 8 days. I don't know, but keep an eye on it. Rafterman just gave me $2. Thank you so much. Boom, 2 USD. Guys, if you're getting value from the stream, follow Rafterman's lead. Drop a couple ducats here in the bucket. Invisible Coin says Binance is going to number 3 market cap, I think. It looks like they may hit up number 5. Look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I love Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maniac, a crypto, more bits, and more kabooms. I like Ether, but I'm using Binance way more than I am Bitcoin and Ether. My transactions on Binance are through the roof. I have hundreds of transactions in the past couple months. They're on Binance, compared to a few on Bitcoin and ETH. So, it is what it is. Which one am I using daily, all the time? And I got to be honest, it's BSC. And again, it's not like, I'm going to dump my whole Bitcoin bag into Binance. No, I already identified a budget that I wanted to speculate with. And I told you guys, I've been telling you guys, I'm like, DeFi is going to run up. Let's strike when the iron's hot. So I already put up something aside. You know what I mean? And I'm going hard with that. And then I will decrease the risk, degrees of risk, the frequency of risk, the intensity of risk as I see Bitcoin pulling back, which is not. So as I see Bitcoin and Ether charge, I increase my risk. If I see them pull back, I decrease my risk. That's all. I dial it up, dial it down. But make no mistake, leaving your coins in smart contracts and in protocols is riskier than not doing anything with them and leaving them in your wallet, obviously. You know what I mean? That's obvious. Theta's up to 3. Okay, let's see Theta. Theta should have hollered at me. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that no one at Theta has came across the champ. That to me, it's either that they straight up haven't, or they're just, I don't know, they don't want me on the networks. Circulating supply is high on this one, and it's ranked number 29. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I like Theta, and I've been saying this for a while. I think it's a good platform. Boom, boom, boom. I've been talking about it. I do think it's going to stick around, but I'm not interested in it right now. I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because I look at this price, it's $3, and I ask myself, what could it do in 2 months? Could this thing hit $16? Could it hit $20 in the next month? I don't know. I don't know. Theta's one that, you may just want to like hodl into and be like, Theta may stick around. Where would it be 2 years from now type thing? You know what I mean? Check out DeFi Station, and I'll wrap it up. We've been on for an hour. Shout out to NoFD, Invisible Coins, and let me drop some buck. We got 1 viewer over there, so nah. If we had more viewers, I'll drop a lemon here, but we only got 1 guy over there. Too many other gems to make money today. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And again, I have nothing bad to say about Theta. I think it's going to stick around. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good one. But, you know, right now we're in the middle of, like, you got to take advantage of the trend. I keep saying the trend is our friend. The trend is our friend. You know, once the trend changes, then you may want to look into, you know, storing value and the protocols you believe are going to last a little longer. But right now, to me, it's risk on. Let's go. I'm ready for the risk right now. And that may change quickly. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I enjoyed you guys as well. Carl, Rafterman, OFD. Rafterman, thank you for the $2. And shout out to everybody. I'll be back sooner than later. If there's no other comments and questions, I'm out of here, guys. Stay strong. And I'll see you, well, it's the weekend. So I may take the weekend off and I'll be back on Monday. Unless something, you know, pops off. I think we're just getting started. Trend on, says Invisible Coins. I hope so. I hope so, you know. I was actually questioning it last night, you know, thinking about it. I was like, you know, how much more do we got to go? And for a second, I started seeing some pullbacks. I'm like, oh, is the show over here? And then I started asking myself, you know, maybe we got in so early that it feels like it's been booming for a while. You know, and I got to remind myself that it's just like a week or two ago, we got Muskie, or not even like a week ago, we got Muskie jump into the game. So you're probably right. It could be just getting started, right? Thanks again, Big C. Thank you, No FD. Thank you, Invisible Coins. Thank you all, everybody tuning in. I appreciate you, maniacs. Thank you so much. And like I've said before, I do this not only to provide you guys with information and you know, have fun, but I also do this to learn from you guys. You'd be surprised how much I've learned from the comments and just by listening to you guys. You know, sometimes I'll just fire up the stream and let it go, and I'm, you know, subconsciously recording information and thinking of things, you know, behind the scenes, because you gotta shake hands and kiss the babies, if you know what I mean. You gotta go down and talk to the people, you know what I mean? And the people are here. This is the crypto community. Shout out to Suave House. So, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, each one teach one here in the box, and we may not be whales like Musk, but I'll tell you what, we are way ahead of trends than Musk when it comes to cryptocurrency. The guy is a noob, guys. Let's be honest with you guys. And you know, it only further adds to my whole hypothesis that the guy is an actor, and it's like, you know, he's not even who he said he is. Like, I think his purpose is, you know, this is a whole other conspiracy theory, but it's apparent to me that we're more trendsetters than Tesla themselves, guys. Shout out to Suave, Invisible, Rafterman. We're on the game out here, okay? We may not have the bags that they have, but I'll tell you what, I mean, we're way ahead of the curve. We're way ahead of the curve. I'm telling you guys, you know, it's like, watch, in a couple years or soon, they're going to start going into altcoins and DeFi and all that. His purpose is not good, champ. Yeah, I've questioned that. No FID. I don't believe the character. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he is who he says he is, and I'm starting to think the guy's just an actor. You know what I mean? But whatever. It doesn't matter. You know. I'm on to him for years, but I'll take his BTC contribution. Exactly. That's where I'm at. No FID. I don't know why I keep calling you No FID. I'm thinking of No ID, the producer, and when I see that name, I think No ID. But shout out to 77. You know who I'm talking to. Don't mean to call you by the wrong name here. Yeah, so real. You know it's real because it looks so fake, is what he said regarding the Tesla launch into outer space. Like, come on, guys. But you know, we're in an environment that people feel safe wearing a plastic fabric over their face. So I mean, you know, this is the environment that we're in, guys. Sometimes things don't make sense. Anyhow, I'm out of here, guys. Shout out to No FD, Suave House, and the rest of the boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest.